do a cable row, a single arm cable row, and we're going to do it single-sided, so unilateral. We want to put the cable so that the attachment is about in line with our hip here. And we're going to step back, so we have tension on the cable, right? You're going to put your working leg is going to, or the side that we're working on, we want the working leg back. The other foot's going to come up here to keep you rooted. So we want to turn our chest, our belly button, towards this side where the cable is working towards this arm, right? And we're going to keep this kind of angled stance through the whole exercise. So here we have tension. We're going to bring that shoulder back, get the shoulder blade flat on the back. You can tell that the whole lat is actually right now contracted. And we're going to keep our neutral grip. So palm faces in for the entire motion. You're going to pull it back by contracting the lat, so back here on the back. Pull, 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 and as we're pulling, you're going to feel it crunch a little bit, so you're leaning into it, but still keeping the chest pointed towards our anchor point. So again, come out and bring it back in. So we should feel a lot on that lat here on this working side. As we're leaning into this, you can feel the lat contracting. The load is still staying on. We're not bringing it to here and unloading the lat. We're just bringing the arm to about here, so we still have tension on the lat. We're just going to pull it back, so really leaning into that. Keep your chest pointed at the attachment. We want to keep that arm close to the side body, and we want to keep that elbow pointing down. If we're pulling it up, we're going to feel it more in the rear delt and in the trap. We don't want that. So it's here, nice close, nice and low. Lean into it. And keep that chest anchored, keep the belly button anchored, facing our attachment point. And that is a single arm cable row. So this is an inverted row, which is a really great substitute for a pull-up. So you can use a Smith machine or you can use a bar that's racked. You want to start out directly underneath the bar. Maybe test out and make sure that you can pull yourself up towards the bar and that bar is going to hit about the center of the chest. You're going to walk your legs out. The straighter your legs and the further away your legs are, the harder it is. The closer to the floor that you have that bar, the harder that it's going to be. So if you start and it's pretty hard, go ahead and raise the bar and work on building the strength. So it's an overhand grip, just like a pull-up. And then you're pulling your body weight up towards the bar, just like you would pull yourself up in a pull-up. So the inhale's at the bottom and the exhales as you come back up. So this is an assisted pull-up. With the assisted pull-up, the weight that we have loaded onto the machine is functioning as a counterweight. So you're pulling your weight minus the weight that is on the machine. It's not adding weight. This makes the exercise easier and can be a great tool when you're learning to do the pull-up. So from here, we're starting in the bottom position. Set the shoulders back, get those scapula on the rib cage, and then you're going to contract the back muscles to pull yourself up. Using a thumbless grip and really focusing on gripping through the outer edge of the hand will help recruit more lats. You want to look up. Keep your chest up. You're pulling up using the back muscles and controlling the motion on the way down. You can also use breath work to assist you. Here you'd inhale at the bottom and then exhale as you pull yourself up to the top. There's a lot of core and core stability in this exercise, but you should feel it all down the whole back side of the body, the lats, around the shoulder blades. You should not feel this in your traps. So here again, you can see the weight stack. The more weight you put on this machine, the less of your own body weight you're using. So this is another version of a single arm cable row. We're going to use a bench to stabilize us and keep our core centered. So single arm, we want to load the lat right there, and then you're going to contract the lat and bring the weight back. So you're keeping your chest anchored and facing in towards the cable of the arm that is working. You're contracting the lat as you pull that weight back. So you should
feel this exercise all down the whole lat on the side of the working arm. You don't want to use momentum. You really want to focus on that load and then on that contraction. So it's not a huge movement. We're not stretching out the lat. We're just loading it a little bit and then contracting. So you want to inhale here and then exhale as you're bringing that weight back. This is just a different variation of the cable row for the lat. There's a lot of different lat variations. Just a low cable row, low cable pull. We're using a neutral grip, so your palm is going to stay facing inwards for the entire time. We are not rotating at the elbow to give ourselves tendonitis. So as you're lengthening here, you want to feel the lat load, and then you're contracting the lat to pull the weight back. We're not twisting. We want to keep our chest anchored and pointed towards the floor as much as we can, just like when we do a dumbbell row using a bench. The problem is that we're just using our opposite leg to stabilize. So here, using sort of a split stance can give you a little bit more stability.